What you are witnessing here is the birth of a legend. I want you to meet Bar. Welcome to the Legend of Bar. Episode 1, The Birth of a Legend.
It's got an 090 thick hull, which makes it a little bit thicker and a little heavier than the average aluminum boat. The shallow V at the back will still allow it to run fairly shallow. And the goal is to use it for lower river running, skipping sandbars, hence why the name Bar. Okay, let's take a look at this. It's got 4 major defects. There's this patch, which hopefully is showing up on the camera, that somebody obviously just riveted a piece of aluminum over some damage and caulked it. If you run down here along the gunnel, you can see there's a little kink in the gunnel that I've got to straighten out and maybe reinforce so that it doesn't crack when I straighten it out. The next thing is the transom. It's solid, but somebody tried to raise the transom for some reason. I'll decide if I'm going to leave it, take it back to original height, or do something else with it after I get the drive for the boat. And then if we come up along this side, all looks good until we get up here where there's another little kink in the gunnel that I'll have to straighten out and reinforce just to make sure it doesn't crack when I straighten it out. What I'll probably do is just do some hammer and dolly work on it, or maybe just some hammer work on it, and then when it's straight, weld some type of flat plate over the section so that it can't crack.
I don't actually see the boat getting a lot of use, so I looked for one of the least expensive setups I could come up with to get close to the horsepower that the hull is rated for. It's rated for 25 horsepower. And technically, if you put one of these together with a 25 horsepower motor, you're not getting 25 horsepower at the prop shaft, but, be that as it may. The way one of these cute little guys works, this one isn't rated for the motor I'm going to use, but the way one of these cute little guys works is instead... Oh, come on, give me a good image. Alright, let's just go back to this. Let's see if we can fake it. Open image in new tab. There we go. The way one of these things works is you connect to the output shaft of the motor, and it has a steel cable that goes down through this bent tube and drives the prop. And I'm not sure exactly how they secure everything. I imagine at this end the motor crankshaft supports everything. Hopefully at this end they've got a short piece of shafting and some bearings, but we'll find out. I don't expect this to be a high longevity item, but I don't plan on this boat seeing all that much use on the water. But we'll see. Anyway, it's, yeah, that one's definitely not it. 18 to 23 horsepower. That probably, I don't remember which one I ordered. That's probably it. Yeah, that's probably it. They call it the Twister Short Longtail. I ordered it. Didn't order a motor with it. I'm going to use the Harbor Freight Predator 670, which is roughly a 23 horse motor. And I ordered the 2-in-1 exhaust. Let's see here. Wow, we don't get to see it hardly at all in this. Let's try this. Open image in new tab. Let's see if it gives us a better image. Marginally better. Basically, it's a 2-in-1 header pipe, which is highly efficient for V-twin engines, which the Predator 670 is basically a V-twin engine. I'm going to want to add some sort of exhaust and spark restriction because I don't want to set the river on fire. But that's basically the exhaust that's going to be coming off the engine. And let's take a look at Harbor Freight's website. Let's see here. Predator 670. There we go, 22 horsepower. I'm probably going to be seeing more like about 15 to 18 horsepower at the prop shaft, but we'll see. Who knows, maybe that cable mechanism will surprise me. But that's basically what we're going to go with. But instead of having this great big freaking tin can muffler on the back, we're going to have that 2-into-1 header pipe. And right now, we're just waiting on the twister kit to show up. I haven't ordered this motor yet because I'm waiting for one of those rare discount any item coupons from Harbor Freight. I'm not in any particular hurry to put this together, but I'd like to get it put together someday. Anyway, that's where we're at so far on Bar. I'm going to try and add some echo and reverb and make that sound all impressive. Until the next. Okay, so let's take a look at the tracking. I think it's kind of neat that Mudskipper has their own sort of tracking interface page. Makes it rather interesting. Shows that my unit is in Phoenix right now. Let's see what the shipping details say. Oh, it's delayed in Phoenix. Well, okay, a delay in Phoenix is no big deal. Except it was delayed in Grove City. And then it was delayed in Farmington, New York. So it's been delayed at just about every step along the way. That's hysterical. Let's take a look at the other package. I'm sure that it has to have gotten here already. Arrived at FedEx location. Delayed at FedEx location. Arrived. Delayed. Departed. Delayed. Okay, that's funny. In transit. In transit. So I guess FedEx isn't in a big hurry to deliver packages shipped by Mudskipper. But I'm holding out that it might show up sometime this year. Until the next video.